So, you want to know who you want to get with your 5-star selector in Wuthering Waves. Now that every single person who logs in right now is going to be getting this selector ticket. Let's go ahead and claim it here and go into the summon menu to go and see how we go ahead and do this. I believe they did say that you're just going to be able to use it. Not entirely sure where it went. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. How do I use this? How are we using this? They said you should just be able to use it in the convene menu, but I'm not seeing a convene banner for it. But real quick, let's just go over all of the potential options for the banner. I can do this really easily, just like this, right? So, first up, you got Encore here. Now, Encore, I think, is a perfectly fine main DPS character. Now, obviously, a lot of the choices here is going to be mainly personal preference. I think for starters, you should just try to make sure that you get who you want first. And obviously, you do have the two other like 5-star, free 5-stars that you get, one of which from getting the first 50 pulls on the discount banner, the second which is from the actual 5-star selector summon. So depending on who you get from that, the answer to this will change, but more than likely, if you do not care about meta, just pick whoever you think is cool. I will, however, say, even if you do have a character like Encore, like Calcharo already, right, I highly recommend not picking up duplicates with this 5-star selector, as this game requires you to have at least 3 teams built for all of the endgame towers. So I would say focus on trying to get a wide variety of characters first. Try to get different characters than the ones that you already have. So again, onto Encore. I think she is a perfectly fine DPS character. I'm personally not really interested in her gameplay, but essentially she functions kind of like a mage, where she has long-ranged, like magic-based attacks, where she'll throw out her sheep, and then her ultimate basically just empowers all of her attacks to be a little bit stronger. She has this weird like timing mechanic where every single time you're about to finish one of her attacks, it'll like show up on your screen and you have to click the button at the right time to make it do more damage. So she's very interesting. I think she's probably going to get power crept quickly by different kinds of fusion DPS characters, but she is currently still quite good, and you can definitely make use out of her if you want to, you know, play with her little sheep or whatever you can do there. She is cool, but I don't know if she's really that worth getting if you already have a main DPS character. If you wanted her as like a different team, sure, do your whatever you want. Or if you just want to have her, go ahead and pick her there. Next up is Jianxin. Now, she is actually the one I'm going to be personally picking from this banner, just because I do already have my personal top choices for the selector already, just on my account from the previous 2 5-star free 5-stars. But in terms of Jianxin here, she is essentially your like Venti-esque grouping character. She's like this interesting sub-DPS shielder healer, where she can be run as a main DPS. She just takes a while to get her damage ramping up because she has very long cast animations. I personally think she's really, really cool. I love her design personally. I love the effects of her like yin-yang abilities, especially her ult. It's incredibly cool. If you've ever played Genshin Impact, she literally has Venti ult, but like better. Right, so I do like her a lot. I'm personally going to be picking her. I wouldn't recommend picking her over any of the actual 3 main DPS characters or the support in Verina, though. But if you've already gotten a main DPS and you already have Verina from the past 2 free 5-stars, I will definitely recommend her personally, just because I think she's really cool and I think her playstyle is really, really fun. So that's my personal recommendation there. Lingyang is a very interesting character. Now, I personally am not a big fan of his like voice lines, but if you're able to tune him out, his playstyle is actually really, really fun. He revolves around staying in the air, bobbing and weaving in his normal attacks in with his enhanced skill, which he enhances after he does a few normal attacks. So he ends up doing a lot of like on-field damage. He is one of the 3 main DPS characters available here. I do think he is quite good. People are definitely going to be underrating him. I just think he's just one of those characters that is going to need a lot more investment, because he is very focused on being on the field as much as possible, allowing him to use his auto attacks, use his enhanced E, and get as much damage out of his empowered states as possible. He is really, really cool in his gameplay wise. I just think he's a little bit annoying. So if you don't have a main DPS and you kind of are looking to a more unique one, I think Lingyang will definitely be a good choice for you there. Now, I'm going to actually skip Verina and move on to Calcharo. Calcharo is the character that I personally got out of my first 5-star beginner banner. Now, I have been loving his gameplay. He essentially functions kind of like a Riven, Diluc, if you know, like those kind of characters, where you're weaving in his skill, which has 3 different like triggers, into his auto attack string, allowing you to use his enhanced like synthwave meter that's at the bottom, which does an enhanced heavy attack. He is able to output insane amounts of damage with that combo, and then immediately quick swap into somebody else as you're waiting for his cooldowns to come back up. And then once they do come back up, you switch back into him. He does a very large intro attack and then proceeds to combo and combo and combo again and again and again. And I think he's just overall really, really fun. Out of the 3 main DPS characters, being him, Lingyang, and then Encore, I think he is easily the best one. He also has amazing synergy with Yinlin, who is going to be coming out in the second half of this patch as the premium 5-star character. So if you do plan on picking up Yinlin, they work incredibly well together. People have even, mainly in the closed beta test, I saw gameplay of it earlier, where someone was able to completely 3-star one of the endgame content stages with just Calcharo and Yinlin. Now, obviously, that was in the beta, and things have changed since then, but I do really, really like Calcharo. He does work, again, really, really well with Yinlin, and if you need a new DPS character and you want to have a really fun one, this Sephiroth looking ass man is an insanely fun option, and I would heavily, heavily, heavily recommend him if you do not already have a main DPS character. If you do have one already, then we're going to go ahead and talk about Verina. Now, Verina is, I think, if you are a meta based player, you want to have your account be the best account possible, you're going to want to pick Verina if you do not have her already. If you have not gotten her from either the beginner 50 pull banner or gotten her early on the 80 pull choice banner, pick her here and use that choice banner for a different one of these characters, because she is one of the most important characters in this game. She is one of the only sustainers in this game, and she also functions as a buffer every time she leaves the field. She is incredibly powerful, able to enable every single one of your main DPS characters to just do as much damage as humanly possible. She is ridiculously supportive with her healing and her attack buff. So I heavily, heavily, heavily recommend picking Verina if you care about any kind of meta, or if you already have a main DPS character. Now, obviously, I don't personally think Verina is very interesting as a character. She's whatever, she just throws plants, but the value that she brings to your account as one of the only supportive type characters that are currently in the game via healing and buffing at the exact same time in a singular slot, it's literally unmatched. So my personal bet is, if you don't have Verina yet, please pick her with the 5-star Selector ticket. She is easily the best choice there if you care about meta. If you do not care about meta at all, just pick whoever you like the most. Again, I'm picking who I like the most design-wise in Jianxin here. I think she is incredibly pretty, and I just really like her gameplay style, so I'm going to be picking her, mainly because I already have Verina, as well as Calcharo, so I don't really need another main DPS in Encore or Lingyang. So it just kind of makes sense for me to pick her for a different kind of team. But again, pick whoever you think is cool first. But if you care about meta, pick Verina if you don't. Just pick Verina. Just pick her. She's amazing. You're going to use her on every single team. She doesn't completely invalidate Baiji. Baiji's still going to be good because you need multiple teams. Verina's just amazing. Literally, I think she might just be the best character in the entire game right now because of what she offers to your account. So just pick Verina. Unless you just want one of these other characters because you think they're cool, right? But I would say pick Verina from this ticket. That way you just have her on your account, and then use your 5-star Selector banner on whatever character you think is cool, because it's guaranteed to give you them eventually, right? So that's just my personal thoughts. Let's see if I can actually use it. Oh yeah, so there it is. We can go ahead and click. I want Jianxin here. This is who I want personally, just because I think she's really cool and really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and select her and confirm it, and it should just be like, okay, cool. You have selected her. As you can see, whatever character is here is the character you're going to get when you hit convene. That's exactly how the 5-star Selector summon banner worked. So I'm going to go ahead and click this here, and she should just hop into my game. Right into my account. The third free 5-star character of this game. And there she is.
Release the once, and the mind quiets.
I am going to have so much fun using her. She is so goddamn pretty and cool. So anyway, that's going to be it for this. Those are my thoughts personally. Again, if you don't have Verina, pick her here, please. You'll not regret it, I promise you. That is going to be it for this very quick video on the 5-star selector. Now, if you want to see more Wuthering Waves content, I will be streaming this game constantly, and I will be constantly uploading videos, so do stay tuned for that. Do let me know who you guys picked as your free 5-star in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.